Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks. Kind of a 3D looking globe type deal. I'm going to make the next one better and put a black ring down here. And so just start with an ellipse and hit P. And then take your ellipse again and make a circle and put P. Put it in the center of the page. But then we're going to squish this down and make a little oval. We're going to hit T to put it to the top. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go to effects and contour. I'm going to contour 13 times at 1.5 inches. That's way too big. Let's go 1 inch. I want an odd number. So now I can still take this and hold down my shift key and have it grow from the center. And I want it kind of like right on that line. And really you need to, well, that'll work. And then take your smart fill tool. I'm going to go and use black again. You know what? I'm going to use blue this time. Let's use that dark blue and fill that in. Fill in every other ring. And hopefully, if I did my math right, we'll have a bottom. Now that's too much at the bottom, too thick. So I'm going to take this again, take my pick tool, grab that, holding down the shift key so it'll grow from the center outwardly. Well, you know, really the shift key is not going to help us in this case because it's a blend. Let's just make it bigger by not holding down the shift key. Wow. I hit P to put it in the center. Then I'm going to take that part and put it right on that edge. There we go. Then I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, fill in every other one. So whenever you're doing like that, sometimes it's a lot better to have and because I didn't ever group this together, I can take that away. Now I'm going to select my circle. I'm going to nudge it out of the way for a second. And I'm going to put a gray and take away the outline. That way I didn't have to fill in the other parts. Now it's still selected. So I'm going to get my interactive fill tool and just kind of swipe across and put a little darkness right there. Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe go move it like that. And then you could group that together. So by just making the whole circle gray, I've got too many rings. I actually like this one better, but I wanted to have, so it would have been better to, let's just do it again. I like doing it to Control D to make a duplicate, holding down the shift key so it'll grow, then squish it, hit T for top, grab this, and this time let's just go 11 times. That's still pretty big. I don't know why you can't really make that bigger, but if you'll grab that top and have it snapped to that quadrant, I could still make it a little bit bigger. You kind of want that right on that line. I'm going to have to zoom in here. It might even be easier if I would break that blend apart. We're a little bit thick right there. Tell you what, let me just move it down like that. Well, you got to move it up. So whenever you move that handle, let's hold down the shift key. No, shift key doesn't work with a blend. So let's go to object, or contour. Let's go to break the contour part. And let's grab this for just a second and nudge out of the way. And then group these together, Control G. And then nudge that back. And then this way you could for surely use the shift tool to have it grow. There we go. And then I would go ahead and put that. Now we're a little bit too little. But I want that right on top. There we go. Take the Smart Fill tool. Let's do a different color this time. I really think that black's the best. And so you just want to do every other line. And you could do every other line in gray, but if you do it this way and take that and nudge that out of the way and fill it in with a gray, take away the outline, and then you can nudge it back, take away the outline. You've still got the gray selected, so that way you can get the interactive fill tool and just kind of swipe across and put a dart like it's going behind the sun or something, and then Control G to group it, and then angle it maybe to make it a little bit better. Now that I kind of think about it, it might even be better to start with that circle off the top, you know, where it wouldn't be all like you're looking down on top of it. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.